100K is the line in the sand for Bitcoin. Can it hold the line? Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are, whenever you are. Thank you for watching this video. My name is DaVinci. I am in the pipe 5x5. Hope you're doing well wherever you are. Man, you know what? Bitcoin always exciting and, crazy, right? When you think about it, right? We are at 105 right now, and everyone thinks it's dead. Bitcoin's dead, right? There's no point, right? We need to get rid of it. We need to sell it all, run for the hills. I mean, that's the sentiment especially on X. I mean, it's ridiculous, but hey, it is what it is. And so let's take a look at what the trade's saying, right? Bitcoin, we've come back down. It looks like there's like a little bit of a fake out here because like we're seeing the Bollinger Bands tighten across the 4 hour, 1 hour, and the 5 minute here. You can see right here. In this little corner here, we are breaking up. We're at 106,200. We're breaking up today. And if you got into this trade way up here, which, oh man, that was rough. Anyways, it came back down on you. And if you're still holding it, that's great. Looks like you could, if you didn't, as long as you didn't go too heavy, right? And make sure that you buy, when you have like a huge percentage, right, risk, right, always go, okay, well, I'm only going to take a small risk and very tiny risk, like less than 1%, and then I'll add to the trade as it comes back down. Should it do that? And that's what we need to do here, right? And looks like, right, we're going to be going sideways for a while. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. The only question is whether this sideways is going to be a pennant like this, and we're going to zigzag inside that. So that's a question. It could be a pennant like that, or it could be a falling, like a falling wedge here, which would not be good. It would be very catastrophic if it's like this, right? Because we end up breaking this down to the lower side. If we keep bouncing off of here and coming back up, bouncing off of here, and then, yeah, the chances are we're going to break down. So let's just wait and see. We have to wait and see what happens, right? What happens in the next little future. And let's just bet on, hey, this thing breaking higher because Bitcoin is in a bullish stance, right? Both technical and fundamental. Okay, looking at Solana. Solana just came out of nowhere. I thought it was going to break down and head to the 135, but somebody said, nope. This is an indication that, probably going to retest this level here, the 142 level-ish. Because we're just sloping too high here on this runaway move where it is sloping up way too high. Obviously, that's not sustainable. And so it's going to end up with a big fail coming back down. Most likely, right? Of course, if it breaks above, 168, that could nullify any kind of downward movement. Any kind of downward movement would be, you can buy at the 61.8. So we can't chase this, we can't run this up, and we can't really short this right now because it's in no man's land for us on the trade. All right, moving on forward to Ethereum. Well, Ethereum, right, on the 5 minute, you can see that here it's moving higher. The Bollinger Bands expanding on the hourly, but on the 4 hour, it is actually shrinking. So it's still early for the 4 hours. So we have to wait for that to decide on the direction, because looks like the 4 hours is going to explode sometime in the future. Short this week probably, right? So with that said, you can see that on the daily here, the daily is also going to shrink a little bit more as well. We've already shrank down quite a bit. It looks like it was like, oh, boom, we're going to break out, and nope. So it looks like we're going to have to shrink down a little bit more. And then, boom, it's going to be an explosive move, most likely higher, and that's why we're in this trade. If you did the same thing, you had to add to this trade all the way down. I was thinking, man, this thing looked a little bit like it was going to fail, and that's why I had some entries a little bit lower than up above the $2,700 level. So with that said, I'm going to hold this and see how far this thing can go. I really think this thing is going up to 4,200. I don't think we're gonna break the $2,330 low. I think we're gonna hold it for all the way we're going to hold that line as well on Ethereum. Okay, well, that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed today's episode, and we'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace.